How's it going, everyone? And welcome to what I believe is going to be a really fun time. It's a good old Mario Maker, as you can see, presented by your one and only Sleep by the Hearth. So let's get creating. Let me take my headphones out of my head. As much as I love the Mario Maker music, it's going to distract me from the commentary. This is something I've been wanting to do quite some time, and right now the setup's a little bit awkward for me. I'm sitting at my desk staring at the gamepad because of the way all the wiring's set up. So enough excuses. Let's jump right in. So we're probably gonna start off with Super Mario World. In fact, the majority of the time, you're probably gonna see me do a Super Mario World kind of a setup because that tends to be my favorite of all Mario levels. And unfortunately, I'm not feeling super creative right now because sometimes what I'll do is ideas will come to me as I'm making them, and then I'll just want to be like, oh man, screw this idea. How about this? Sometimes what I like to do when I'm stuck on making a Mario level is I like to actually create a level based on what I'd like to see in Mario. So the easiest way to do that is probably keep the platform about there, start off with some basic ground, and you can choose to fill the ground up kind of like so, or if you want, you can do what I like to call adding garnishes, which is similar to garnishing a plate when making food. I would garnish the level with things that don't really have a point, but you can still enjoy them aesthetically. Now this one's kind of silly. I think for now we're just gonna get rid of that. Just fill it with some more ground. Now we can come back to this later. It's gonna be kind of like the Bob Ross of creating Mario here. So well, I guess that's pretty cocky to say Bob Ross is infinitely better than me at everything, because he's the man. And if he were still alive today, that would be the greatest thing ever. But you know what? Artists are usually most appreciated after their time. So I feel like he's just getting that appreciation he deserves right now. So what are we doing? What are we creating? We're not doing anything that can't be undone, because unlike some things, this you can create anything you want, and then what happens from here is if you can erase it. Whereas sometimes in a painting you have to just adapt any what Bob would call a happy accident to the situation. So here you don't have to adapt unless you get really far into it. And I guess you would, but early on like this, it's not too bad. So here we got our basic pipe. Now I could choose to go ahead and go in it or not. I think just for now. See, I have to get used to this idea of making commentary and creating a Mario Maker level. I've created so many without it. In fact, maybe later I could show you one. These episodes probably be a little bit longer for now, especially since I don't really know where I want to go. You know what? I think right now is a great time to show a little creativity. Yeah, just a little. I actually built a level based off what I'm showing you right now. An entire level. And it's pretty difficult, if I do say so myself. But for now, we're just going to keep it to a concept. So let's go ahead and test this. We got our Mario here. He's just kind of chilling. And what's all this? Oh, got a bunch of cannons. Alright, what can we do with the cannons? We can travel by cannon. Unfortunately, the game, unless you have something up here at the top, the ceiling, doesn't recognize you going up. So what we're going to at least do here, put in a few happy little clouds. And by few, I mean why not line the entire level up with them? It's a great idea. Probably the greatest idea. So, there we go. Now you'll see what that's actually going to do. Let's see. Now you can hop on it, and as the cannons go up, you will go up too. And if you really want, you'll be at the top. Unfortunately, awesome as those clouds are, don't want to be able to go to the top of the level. So we're going to undo that. You can undo everything in one swoop if you want. And instead of having happy little clouds, we're going to have unhappy little gray blocks. Now, I don't think we need a whole lot. Oh, you know what? Maybe just... I wonder if that one cloud will be enough. Let's find out. We might only need that one little cloud to make it accessible for the entire ceiling. We're going to find out. So go ahead and wait. Go ahead and wait some more. Excellent. We are in fact able to access the upper reaches. There we go. So now we kind of have the basis, a small bit of the basis for what we want to do. And just to be safe, I'm going to grab this cloud and right over here. Now if you swat those flies, it activates a minigame, but I'm not in the mood to play right now. Hopefully they'll just go away. I don't want to play it. Alright. Man, my setup is very inconvenient for me comfort-wise. Okay. So, now you'll notice something else. Mario leaves a little shadow behind. See that? That indicates his path where he recently went. And that means you can actually base the mechanics of your level right off of that. So for example, on that last cannonball, we see that we started to take a nosedive right about here. But technically speaking, if you wanted to place a block right here, according to this path, he would land on it. Now, one thing you have to keep in mind is this is a very inconsistent path. You never know if he's actually going to, well, oddly enough, he did land on it, but he almost didn't. But not all paths are going to be consistent. It takes a lot of practice and measuring. Let's do one more. Say, so we really waited, like, oh man, we waited to the last second. Oh, we missed that block. So it's a bit too imprecise. We have to make more blocks. That's exactly what we're going to do. So, we're going to base it off of this. And we land on there. Now this level I don't want to be a very difficult level. This one I just kind of want to be a nice, simple level. What are we going to do? Add a couple more blocks for safety. Because I don't want this mechanic early on to be extremely punishing. Because, oddly enough, Mario Maker's not all about just making people's lives miserable. I'll take a sip of my Mountain Dew real quick. I could have just said drink. I'm not sponsored by anybody. Though Mountain Dew, if you want to give me money, I mean, I'll do it. I'll Mountain Dew it. Alright. So far, we have our little cannon jump. Let's go ahead and test that one more time. Doop, doop, doop. Good enough. Anybody worth their salt's going to jump at least a few of them. So we have that. But you know what? Maybe, just maybe. What do we want to do? What do we want to do? I have an idea. Place a mushroom here. And we'll have it go through the level like so. Act. This one here. Place one right here. I'm gonna shake it up, give it a, oh, so that's how you get those. I haven't actually shaken this back around yet. Ah, so there are different mushrooms. I didn't pay attention to everything quite yet. Alright, so what do you think I'm doing? You're hopping along, you go to this mushroom platform. You know what? We're kind of at the point in the game. Kind of I would expect. We want the mushroom block early on. Oh yeah. Let's give a nice power up. People like to feel empowered at the beginning of the level. Let's go ahead and do that. There we are. Not that you really needed it, but if you make a mistake, well, I guess falling, you're gonna be a little out of luck. Just a little out of luck. So, technically, I could have gotten the big mushroom. Here we are on our platform. But you know what? Those gray blocks don't really match the theme. Let's replace them with nice, good-looking ground. We even got a little patch of grass back there. Very nice. In fact, you know what? Yoshi's a pretty cool guy. At this point in the game, let's get a nice Yoshi. Yeah. Now we got our Yoshi friend. Ah. It's a good thing we do this playtesting. Found out that mushroom is just a little bit too high. Oh, don't worry. Drop it down for you. In fact, drop them both down. And just for good measure, drop that one down too. So let's go ahead, get our Yoshi back. There we are. Now we can jump off the mushrooms with these. Easy peasy, right? Easy peasy. You know what? I think we got to the point where you've earned another little treat. You earned yourself a little flying feather. Flying feathers are always fun. So, I have an idea. Why don't we reward people who decide to backtrack? You got your flying feather. You decide, you know what? Clouds look like they're hiding something. What could they be hiding? Who knows? So you know what we have to do. We have to test that out now. So let's get into our Yoshi. Now what are we testing for? Well, we could be testing for any number of things. But the main thing is, we're going to be testing how far we can fly. For some reason, I didn't think it was enough distance to run. I'm going to actually extend that out a little bit right after I test this. So here we go. Now, if you're on the Yoshi, the only way... Yeah, so you're right back at the beginning of the level. You know what? I don't know if I want to do anything with that. What would I do? It's a good question. I don't know for now. Well, we know it's there. You know what? Go back to this. Maybe. Let's see. Let's just get the feather. And then now we're flying up, flying up, flying up. Yeah, we're already really close to the end. We can't do that. We've only just begun. Oh, it's gotta be a long. If you're gonna introduce flying, oh, it's gotta be a long level. It can't just be a one and done. That wouldn't be very fun. Okay. You've got your flying. Now what? Well, now you might have to fly. Where are we gonna have you fly? Well, let's assume you're in your Yoshi. You might not be. Well, let's assume you are. We're gonna build the first secret. We got our Yoshi. Let's see where we fly to. Let's just see how far flying really takes us. Oh, looks like we're gonna die. So let's look at that path. We flew quite the ways. It doesn't keep track of the entire path, but it gives us enough data because we can essentially base it. We're gonna start gliding around here, so how about right around here, give ourselves some more clouds. And then if you find this place upstairs, which is pretty far up, you're going to go into a level. You're going to go into a pipe. Now, the only odd thing about the pipe is you're going up the pipe, but then somehow you're ending up down here. That doesn't make a lot of sense. But lo and behold, that's Mario Maker logic for you. That's where we end up. Okay. So here we are. Now, as you'll notice, we are actually in about the middle of the level corresponding to where your pipe was. So, yeah. What do I want to do now that we're here? Well, this is the secret area, right? And the secret area is full of secrets. Such as thwomps. No, not thwomps that'll kill you. That would be mean. But I do wonder, can you give a thwomp to a star to a thwomp? Nope. Nope, you cannot. But you can give a mushroom to a thwomp. Let's see what he's going to do. Thwomp's going to be right there, and he's going to have a twin brother named Thwamp. There we go. And then from there, we're going to have, actually, perfect. Oop. There we go. We're going to have that. And we're also going to have some Bowser Juniors. Now you're probably thinking, killing Bowser Jr., that's not nice. Well, Bowser Jr. is not very nice either. In fact, Bowser Jr. is going to be Bowser Teenager. So, yeah. In fact, we'll make these swamps a little extra hidden of a secret. You won't even know they're going to get the Bowser Jr. So you come on up. You're like, oh god. Don't you worry. They met their comeuppance. Now these blocks got shattered. I don't want them to get shattered. I think round is a bit more resilient than brick. Let's find out. Yep. I want the thwomps to stay. I don't want them to go. And we'll just do that. There we are. Come on. There he goes. So we got rid of the Bowser Juniors. Yep. Give me another second. So, now what? Well, put some more ground down here. And tell you what. I'm going to put 4 of these on each side. Because now I've decided that what I want, above all else, have key. Not in the form of a coin. Where is it? There we go. Power block. Let's give it a little shake. Got yourself a key. Let's see. Give you another mushroom. My apologies for the burp. Let's see. What else can we throw in there? What else can we throw in there? I'm actually curious real quick. We put a wing. We can, that's funny. A feather with a wing. In fact, let's put that one in there. I think that'd be really funny. Wolf CJ1107 says, hey. And I say, hey to you, Wolf CJ1107. Nice of you to join me in this making of the Marios. Alright. Sorry if it took me a while to get to you. Kind of heavily engrossed to looking at my gamepad here. Okay. So, we got the key. Where's it gonna go? Oh, that's a great question. How about this? We'll come back to this for now, or in a moment. We're going to be right down here. But we're going to assume, because there's been no real super cause of death just yet. I'm going to assume Mario has a cape. Because at the beginning of the level, that's what we gave him. And nothing's really been able to kill him just yet. So, go ahead and get back to Yoshi. Let's see how viable this whole thing is. Done a lot of creating without a ton of testing. And so, fortunately I lost my Yoshi. I'll have to test that again. I might have to put a test egg up there just so I'm not making all these jumps unnecessarily. There we go. And there we are. And soon we'll start falling. There we go. Unfortunately, even if I hop off, I'm a bit too tall. So I have to adjust the placing of the pipe. And I'll adjust some of these clouds too. Perfect. And that works beautifully. Now we go up here. We got these, but have no fear. They've been crushed. So, if you'll notice, with the introduction of that key, I introduced an element of, hey, you better... Actually, no, I can leave the key for this one to be a surprise. So what we're going to do is... It's tricky. Definitely tricky. What we're going to do... In fact, I just have come up with a brilliant idea. First off, every brilliant idea must be saved. So be sure to save often. Otherwise, if the unfortunate happens, like a power outage, you don't want to lose everything. Okay. You'll probably recognize some of these names from the other videos that I put on YouTube. So what are we going to name this one? We'll name this one, for now, Adventure. Yeah, probably if I spell it right. Adventure time. And since Yoshi is in it, you can bring your friends. Get it? Just like the show. Which I need to catch up on desperately because I've only seen a few seasons. Okay. So, to keep this technically optional, let's backtrack here. So we're going to fly up here. We go into the pipe. Now, if you get this key, you're going to want to use it right away. What we're going to do is we're going to create an invisible door. How do we do that? Grab the door tool. Now, the only thing I don't like about the invisible door is there's an outline when you place it. What we'll do... I'll actually place the outline, or this one right up here. You won't even know until after you've killed the, after you kill Baby Bowser. Does it really stand in the way of that mushroom? Or that, block? That's unfortunate. Let's test that out. Here we go. So play. So we come on up here. Yep, we see the layout of a door. But that's fine. The only problem being is that thwomp. So what you'll have to do... We just introduced a unplanned for variable here. No worries, we can get around that. What I'll have to do instead... I'm trying not to mess with the aesthetic too much. I like the symmetry I have. What I'll have to do is this. Now, I know that looks a little funny. What I think I'll do is this. That still technically looks funny. But what I'm going to do, move over everything one block. There we go. I am a stickler when it comes to keeping things even. Now we have to move over our thwomps. There we are. Just like that. So you might be asking, what's the deal with all that? Well, I'm glad you asked. Because you'll see. Now things look better. Go over here. Mark them, and now we can jump up. And there's a bit of a timing element here. So what we have to do is we have to grab block, invisible door. Isn't terribly invisible, I suppose. But you still need the block to do it. Put this. And we'll put it right up here. Now, throw some ground around it. Close it in real nice. And put a pipe there too. That doesn't really look good by itself. Nope, didn't want that pipe. Come on, that's the one. We can give it some more ground here. There we go. We can add more to it later if we want, but this will be good for now. Okay. So now we have another pipe. Now where's that going to take us? Well, that's going to take us almost to the very end, but just out of reach. Yeah, place the pipe right here, actually. I mean, right at the very end. Isn't that convenient? Isn't that nice? Well, I don't know if I want to be that nice. I don't know if I want the bonus of the level to be that nice. It'd be a very nice bonus. Too nice. Instead, get some blocks. Not that many. There we go. Close it in just like that. Now you're wondering about that key door, Where's that gonna take you? Well, I'll tell you where that key door is gonna take you. Key door. I don't know. See, it's like I get these ideas and then I start to kind of lose track as I go. So we have the key door, the almighty key door. We're going to take this. I go kind of close to our other thing, but not too close. Drag it down a bit. Or right here. Key door. I don't want it on that. Logs don't look good. They don't look good enough for what we want to do. And what do we want to do? Yes. The creative juices start flowing. Do we always know they are going? The answer is no. The answer is definitely no. So I'll tell you what. I'll put this one on ice. Just like so. In fact, move these down here. For no reason other than why not? We're on some ice. We've been led here by the key door. What does that mean? Now we're gonna cross some icy platforms. Hopes of something. Let's find out what that something is. Mm-hmm. Oh dear. Better not slip up. Alright. I'm thinking Lincoln. No, not the memorial. Nope. Not at all. I will now do some bouncy things here. So far now, if you get up here, have to deal with this crap. All the way into a bunch of donuts. And that's where things are going to get tricky. Yeah. I have one of them. Even one of them. I'm going to put another one right here. So now you got these guys. Where do you go? Where do you go? Alright. Now you can kind of, if you want, really glide to the end of the level. Much. If you're really dedicated, you can just ride it on out. The world would never be able to tell you no. It's Butler, or yeah, it's Butlera 903 says hi, and I say hi to you. How you doing this evening? Been doing this stream for about half an hour. This will probably be the as far as the YouTube side of things, because it's obviously going up on YouTube too. This will probably be the longest episodes, and I'm probably going to keep Mario Maker probably down to 20 minutes to half an hour. We're just over the half-hour mark now, so it's about the length it will be for the most part. Kind of want to figure out a different setup though, because this one's kind of annoying. I'm gonna try to figure out where I can do it on my couch. That'd be the ultimate way of doing it. Okay, so we got the hidden part done. What if we don't want to do all that extra stuff? In fact, let's see how that looks. Because we didn't exactly test out the whole thing. Let's go ahead and give it a test. Butler 903 says, how am I? Oh, someone played my Super Mario RPG course. Nice. I'm doing pretty well. I've been pretty pumped to get Mario Maker going, because a friend of mine's been borrowing my capture card for a while, and I've only had Mario Maker. Oh, I gotta make some changes. Not major changes, but I gotta make some changes. I gotta at least put one ground there. Next. This level's about leniency, so we're gonna do 2. There we go. Get the Bowsers out of the way. Alright. So now, oh god, that's just funny. That's just really funny to me. Okay. We got our P-switch. Don't kick the P-switch. No, I didn't mean to go down the pipe. Ugh. Okay. Oh, they come back, but don't worry, the Thwomps do too. In a good way. Like, no good way to carry this. We're just gonna have to... My god. Maybe I made this too difficult. Okay, so we got that. Just before he comes down, we make it. Get into the pipe. Go down the pipe. And then we're here. Oh no. Oh, we have our key. Our key is very nice. And what do we do, huh? We're up here. Do all the things. Got these guys. And then naturally the curious people of the world will try to glide as far as they can, and then they'll beat the level. Cool. They've done it. They have accomplished their goal. That's not the end of the level. No. We save it. That's not it. That's not much of a level. At the very beginning of the level, you see there's really not a whole lot to it. Cannon jump, a bit of this. This is really the last platform. So we gotta, for the non-adventurous, I suppose, we gotta introduce some more ground. Oh, some more ground. I do like how the level syncs to you as you create. I found that to be very unique. Where did that one thing go? There it is. I did not know about this until recently. I'm very happy to make this discovery. You can create all kinds of things. All kinds of crazy things. In fact, for good measure, we'll bring that all the way down. All right, and unfortunately, we're gonna have to cut it short today because my wife came home a little early. Nothing against her. Her schedule can be pretty random and crazy. Besides, we've been going at this for almost 40 minutes. But I guess we'll have to see how we end this one on another day. Thank you guys for joining me. Remember to save your levels. Otherwise, you lose them. And we'll figure out the rest later. So, gotta get going.